So this is how families empower recovery. By being there for one another, by showing up, by showing support, and showing each other that we don't have to do it alone. We have 3 powerful stories tonight, and you're going to hear from them. 2 men and 1 woman in long-term recovery. However, they didn't do it by themselves. They each had family members who helped them empower their recovery. So this year we're going to do a little different format, and we're going to have those family members introduce their loved ones. So let's get right into it with the first parents. Melody and Roger, come on up and introduce your loved one.
Good evening. I'm Melody Parker, and my husband Roger and I proudly introduce you to our son Ian. Although Ian's past behavior brought us to a place of despair, his incredible transformation has filled us with happiness and joy. His story is a testament to the fact that with the right support and determination, anyone can make inspiring changes in their life. We are pleased to be here this evening to support our son and wherever you may be along your own journey. Thank you.
Mom, Dad, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Families empower recovery. What an amazing thought. It is true that people who struggle with addiction hurt themselves the most, but their families and friends are impacted tremendously as well. If the disease hurts all of us, we all must take part in the healing process of recovery. I began using drugs and alcohol at the age of 15 and entered recovery at 25. I am now 31 with roughly 6.5 years clean and sober. This, to me, is a sign that I care about myself and about those impacted by my decisions. My story is similar to many others. I have a loving family and parents who are still together. I grew up in Westport, attending Staples High Schools and Avon Old Farms boarding school. I was given many opportunities, but in early adolescence, I felt extreme low self-esteem and I was often uncomfortable in my own skin. The first time I used marijuana, I thought I had found the thing that would stop the feelings that made me so uncomfortable. And I set out to use it as much as I could. Within 6 months, I was arrested for possession with the intent to sell and found myself in the backseat of a police cruiser. True to the disease of addiction, however, that did not stop me. For the next 10 years, I kept using and repeating the same cycle. I couldn't see that the way that I was dealing with my discomfort was the main cause of my troubles. I would clean up my behaviors for a while, but slowly, there was a pullback to the things that I believed would help me feel the way that I wanted. It was almost subconscious, and at times, disguised as fun. However, the reality and progression of my illness is that if I use a substance that gives me a positive feeling, or takes away a negative feeling, I will seek to use it as much as I can, for as long as I can. I have learned this is how the disease manifests itself in my life. I did not realize this until problems with my parents became problems with the law, until arrests became overnights in holding cells. Overnights in holding cells became months in county jail, until town police became state troopers. Until it became obvious that if I did not change my behaviors, I was only going to experience more of the same and worse. I did not necessarily come to these realizations on my own either. Early in my recovery, my family was supportive. They learned and understood what I needed to do to give myself the best chance of success and survival. My concept of family also had to grow as I grew. And I learned that having a network of people who think like I think, feel like I feel, and have done some of the things I have done, more importantly, no longer engage in self-destructive behaviors, would be crucial to my recovery. I found a wider family in groups like Narcotics Anonymous and Move to Heal, and I could not have made it this far without them. We help ourselves, and by sharing our stories and experiences, we help others change their lives as well. I love this process so much that I have made it my life's work. I'm a certified drug and alcohol counselor. I've worked 2 years in the field as a case manager, and recently started my own recovery coaching practice. Anyone can stop using a day at a time, and recovery is possible. An unfortunate reality of the disease of addiction is that addicts don't always embrace recovery the first time. Relapse happens. I've lost friends, been lied to and taken advantage of. I've learned to love a person and hate the disease. In my own life, one of the best things my family did was to set firm boundaries, spoken with words and shown in actions. Not rescuing me from the places my addiction took me helped me finally realize I was the one responsible for putting myself there. If I wanted something different, I would have to do something different. Allowing someone to experience the consequences of their actions is sometimes the best way to help precipitate a change in behavior. Harvard University has run an 85-year study on happiness and discovered the biggest contributor to happiness is the quality of an individual's relationships. The family who loves us, the family with whom we surround ourselves, they make a tremendous impact. Whether it is the family we were born into, AA or Narcotics Anonymous, Move to Heal, RAM Council, parent support groups, or other groups, recovery is possible and it's something we have to do together.